In this video, I'm going to show you how I made this handrail spindle guitar. It's not too complicated. First I started by tracing out the pickup area and drilling to route out that pickup cavity. I've got the drill bit taped off for depth. It doesn't have to be too precise in this case, so this is fine. I didn't use too many tools in this project, mostly this drill, and then I also used a regular handsaw and then a soldering iron just to wire the pickup. I used a Dremel and a jigsaw in a little bit, which wouldn't be necessary, but it is a little handy to speed things up. I'm drilling a hole for the electronics for the jack wire to go to the pickup. I've got the jack attached to a piece of scrap wood, just screwing that in place to make sure it fits. And the biggest engineering feat I had to do in this project was to figure out how to mount the tuners and attach that to the body so that it stayed in place under string tension. So this is my first iteration, but you can see it's quite a bit too thin. I've got the tuners screwed down all the way and there's a lot of wiggle room still. So I've got this other piece of wood. Looks like that one might be the right thickness for me. It was actually a little bit too thick, so I'm cutting it down. We need a flat surface to connect that with. First, I tried sizing up the jigsaw, but that didn't fit, so it's back to the trusty handsaw. I didn't have a lot of clamps in the workshop, so it's a little shaky doing everything by hand, but we got it done eventually. I'm trying to use some just regular wood glue to secure this in place and clamping it down to dry. While that's drying, we'll make sure this pickup fits in the cavity. And drill some pilot holes for the bridge. And also some holes for the strap buttons. Once those strap buttons are tightened down, time to string it up, see if that headstock, if we can call it that, will hold up to some string tension. Which it does not. There just wasn't good enough contact between the two surfaces for that glue to bond properly. So my next design is a more traditional style headstock, you might say. I kind of think it looks like an owl once the holes are drilled. Then I was clearing some wood from what will be the kind of fretboard area, just so the strings don't get caught up on those pieces of wood. I'm gluing up the new headstock. We'll see then if this one holds up to some string tension. Which it doesn't. You can see that angle of the headstock there. So I decided to screw it. And that holds up beautifully to some string tension. Starting to play my first notes. We're back inside, soldering that jack to the pickup. We'll test it out. Hear some sound. Time to put it together. And that's how I made the handrail spindle guitar. If you want to hear how it sounds, check out my last video. I'll have a link in the description. But I made a song using this thing. Subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. I'm uploading regularly. And let me know if you want to see more guitar builds or more music, or I will just do whatever I want to, and you can check it out.